Hey everybody, Eddie J on crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So we're just going to get right into it. We've got earnings reports this week that are huge, right? So we've got PayPal, Alphabet, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, Electronic Arts, Meta, Activision Blizzard. Even though they were bought by Microsoft, what they might actually say could be important. You also have Meta, which I just said, Amazon, and Match Group. Match Group is interesting, more interesting than you thought. Right now, we've got a whole bunch of things that are going on. Um, we have big earnings. Those are the companies that I picked out. As a matter of fact, let's go on. Let's go on over and take a look at what this looks like. So here's where we are. So went over here and I picked out, and this is from Earnings Whisperers. I'm not one of those people that hides everything. I want you to know where I'm getting my news from, what I'm paying attention to, and things like that. So there are two ways that I actually look at this, and the first way is I pull out the ones that make sense to me. So PayPal, because they've got rumors of coming out with PayPal coin. I know that they're not going to be left behind. You've got Block, which is their competition, which is really coming out with stuff firing hard. You have Alphabet, Google. Clearly, they're not going to be left behind, with regard to Web 3.0, or sorry, Web 3 and the metaverse and cryptos and all that good stuff. So I'm expecting to hear at least a little something in that regard, like what kind of moves they might have made or something else like that. You have Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. They're going to have their earnings reports, and there are a lot of things that they've got going on, right? So he's got his cryptocurrencies for corporations conference that's going to happen, or that is happening today and tomorrow. So I'm expecting, more hoopla around Bitcoin, maybe around a couple other cryptocurrencies coming out of that. You have Electronic Arts. Now, Electronic Arts, technically all of these games companies, a lot of them already have their own metaverses, so to speak, right? Where they've got, armies of people playing a game where they, buy and sell things both, from the game system, from each other. But now moving that into the metaverse, which, the new version of the metaverse could be something different, but I'm expecting Electronic Arts to start making moves as well, especially given, Activision and Microsoft, or Activision Blizzard and Microsoft. Um, Amazon, for obvious reasons, you're looking for, what could they be saying? Now, what's interesting is that I haven't really heard anything, and it's not to say that they aren't, but I haven't heard anything where they're directly involved in doing something in the metaverse, where they're involved with the coin or something else like that. What I do know is that they do supply um, a good backbone. Technology wise, they supply a good backbone for blockchain. So they're making it easier for companies to take advantage of blockchain technologies, which means that they're in that space, right? So from a stock perspective, Amazon is reaching into the cryptocurrency space and actually being active and involved, right? I'm just not seeing anything with regard to a specific coin. So in terms of longevity, all that kind of stuff, yes, that would be considered connective tissue in my book, and I would be looking at that stock. I'm not really into stocks right now. I've got what I've got, and that's about it. Um, do I own Amazon off the top of my head? I think I do. I'd have to check. But it is something that I would own for obvious reasons. Then you have something surprising, Match Group. The whole dating app Match. Well, they own almost all of them out there. So they own Tinder, and they've created Tinder, or offered a new space in Tinder where they've got Tinder Coin. Now, is that a cryptocurrency play directly? No, not really, but they are entering this into a kind of metaverse like kind of thing where you can buy virtual items and things like that. So, are they going to go full blown with it? Don't know, but they're in the space, and they've already offered this in various markets around the world. So it's just a matter of time before they say, "Hey, maybe this could work," and we'll launch it across all of our apps that are out there, and make it so you can do virtual things, like maybe go on a virtual date, buy virtual flowers, things like that. And then women, men, you can have a nice little category and collection of gifts that you've gotten on your virtual dates. Wouldn't that be funny, to regift some of those things? Yeesh. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. Um, You also have at 4:30 today, I was mucking around, playing around with NFTs and stuff like that, creating them, minting them, um, and I went and played on OpenSea, but then ran into a congestion problem at about 4:25. It's since been corrected, but I just found it funny that that tells me that there's a lot of interest in that space. Then there's the last bit of news that I really want to get into is the Shibverse, and the Shibverse is actually kind of funny, right? That's what they're dubbing it. They spoke about this on the 24th. That's when they released the tweet. But when I stop and think about what they're doing, they're really, if that image that they dropped, I don't have it up on the screen, but if that image that they dropped really is indicative of what they're doing, that's a pretty cool experience. Um, I don't want to take too long on this video because there's really not a lot to talk about. And the reason why I say so is because just look at the market. Some things are up, but we're mostly moving sideways. I said the other day that when you take a look at these numbers, look at the right now number, look at the 24-hour, the 7-day, the 30-day, the 90-day, and then get to your yearly number. Look across all of them and see where they're at. Because if I'm up, almost 5.5% over the past 7 days, well, the past 7 days have sucked. So that really doesn't say anything, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. Bitcoin being at over 38,000, great. But the truth is that, over the past 7 days, it's kind of sucked. We're really looking at it to get back into the 40s. And really, we want it to get past 42,000. That's the resistance level. So that's what we're looking at there. I will make note of how much Ethereum is moving versus Bitcoin, even though practically everything is moving sideways. I mean, you can see some blowouts, some real, standouts like Luna, Polkadot's moving, but really everything's kind of staying within this bounce space that, has been identified by everybody. It's just kind of bouncing within this space. We're at the lower end of that space. Like I said, we want to get back up into the 42 area, but looking at that 42 area, a little bit of resistance there. I just want to see more happening. Until then, I've bought what I've bought. Am I going to buy any more? I don't know that I'm going to buy any more right now. I think the positions that I have are pretty good right now. But that's where we are. Let's take a look at our portfolio real fast. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You're going to make me log in? I'm already logged in. Yeah. That's another portfolio that I was trying to play around with to see if we could do something. Um, just trying to compare, the holdings at different time points and things like that. But if you look at our portfolio, we're still down, heavily down. Look at these numbers. I will say that the numbers have come back a bit, but still, we're still in the red. Still a buying opportunity in my eyes if I wanted to pick something else up. If I was going to pick something else up, I'm probably looking at VeChain. Like I said the other day, my list hasn't changed from my previous video where I said these are the 9 coins plus the 2 bonus coins. Those are the ones. Right now, I'm not doing anything. I'm just relaxing, watching the market, seeing how everything goes, preparing our NFT launch, because that's something that I want to do. But right now, I'm pretty good where we are. I kind of want to see how the dust settles over the next week, and then be ready to act again. Because again, I still have a little bit of money sitting on the side just in case I see something that's interesting. Right now, nothing's really jumping out at me. There could be. We could get into Gala, but am I really? I'm not. I'm not. You know, um, the price right now of Gala is 20 cents. Eh. So it's up, this much over the past, what is this, 7 days? Woohoo! It's been sucky for the past month, so who cares? Um, so I'm just looking at those things to see, where we are, what we can do, and if there's a way for us to make more money. Um, Other than that, we're just right now like I said, we're creating some NFTs. We're going to launch the website eddyjoncrypto.com pretty soon, and on there we'll talk about our NFTs that we're launching, why we're launching them, and try to give a lot more information. I'm trying to get one of my friends to get involved because he's really a stock head. He really gets into stocks, bonds, and all that kind of stuff. Does a lot of day trading. So I'd like to see, if he could add to the pool of information that we have so we can offer different perspectives. Um, and go from there, because you're not supposed to do just one thing. Your portfolio, your whole financial portfolio should be diversified. At least from my perspective, I try to keep mine diversified. So, a little bit of real estate, a little bit of stocks, bonds, that kind of stuff, and of course, crypto. Am I going to say if I'm heavily weighted in one versus the other? Probably, no, not really. I mean, crypto is a part of it, but it's not the biggest part of it, unless some of the gambles that I'm taking now pay off down the road, and then obviously it would be. So, imagine Gala going to $1. Yeah, am I going to retire? Probably not, but I won't be flipping burgers. All right. So that it's things like that you're looking to do, and we'll go from there, and we'll see if we can continue learning. One of my friends has asked me, Joanna Kutsos, hello to you, Joanna, has asked me about NFTs, why to do it. So I actually created one. I'd show it to you, but it's really kind of funny. It's just a picture of me when I was down in West Palm Beach with my brother, who I also made an NFT for, just for shits and giggles, to see how it all works and everything else. I was actually testing different platforms today. I've settled on two that made it easy for me to actually create and sell. So now I just want to look at those, and we'll see where it goes from there. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Bye bye.